So I'm gonna take you on a quick walkthrough of a house. This is a house in downtown Indianapolis and kind of show you what I'm looking for or what's a good thing to look for when you're investing in real estate. I've got investors that were interested in this property, and the pictures, of course, are gonna make it look really good. So ignore some of the dust and the dirt. That stuff doesn't really necessarily turn me off. But this is, they've replaced all the flooring in here. It looks like a laminate. The walls, that's one thing I look at. This looks like it's still a plaster instead of them taking it all out and replacing it with drywall. A lot of people moving into these areas, they want the drywall as opposed to plaster. If they're hanging photos or putting up shelves, that plaster is just not much fun to work with. It cracks, and once it cracks, you're gonna have to get a specialist in, because like that is a prime example. It is very, very difficult. A huge challenge to come in here and get it properly to look right. That's probably took a piece of drywall and tried to fit it in there with the plaster. And it's called lath and plaster. I won't bore you with any of that. But they do have brand new windows. House across the street's brand new, that's brand new. The house on either side of this one is brand new. You don't want to use brand new as comps for it, but that's obviously beneficial to have something. It does have the tall ceilings in here, which is good. But because the house is built in 1920, it's gonna be smaller bedrooms. Here's another good example. Things have just been painted over many, many times. The trim here, you can see, that's gonna be a pain. You'd probably just recommend tearing that out and replacing it with something similar, because it is nice to be able to keep some of this if you can. If you wanna restore it, it can be a real chore, because there's who knows how many layers of paint on these. But it is cool to have some of these. Felt a little bit of weirdness in the floor, again, not uncommon. And then moisture is another issue where you're gonna see with these lath and plaster cracks in the ceiling. They redid the bathroom, which is nice. They've got the power off here, so I apologize. I can be able to see real well. It's dirty, but it's not a big deal. They've obviously lived in here since they replaced this. I think they said they had a tenant in here. So this is the only bathroom in the house. And it's a pass-through bathroom. Tall ceilings. This is probably the biggest bedroom in here. It's probably 11 by 10. You're gonna have this smaller closets, of course. That's a problem for modern day is storage. That door goes nowhere. The floor plans in these older homes are just, this is where people were. You know, they wanted the space out here 100 years ago. They didn't care as much about the bedrooms. They were just sleeping there. It's a nice 3 windows for some natural light. Has a bench there that I assume comes up if you pull on it hard enough, but I'm not going to. Another spot in the ceiling. You hope that that's old. That's something I would recommend looking into. And then the kitchen is small. This would almost be a good candidate to open up walls, reconfigure, at least maybe this back part here. There's the laundry room over here. I would probably redo some of this. In this area, you don't necessarily need 3 bedrooms. In this 3rd bedroom, it's gonna be a struggle to fit a twin bed in here, let alone call it a bedroom. Actually has low ceilings. It looks like it may have been a porch at one time. This is probably, I mean, to be fair, it probably is 8 by 6. It's a laundry room in today's standards. It does have new windows there. It's got a closet, so that's positive. But yeah, I would almost, this is a walk-in closet for that bedroom over there, or make this into a bathroom for that bedroom over there. And now you just added a bath, and now you got a real master bedroom. And then you could even put stackable washer and dryer. There's some things I would definitely do different here, so you're gonna have to get it for the right price. So, show you the basement here. I'm gonna walk through. It's a great area. I mean, it's an up and coming area. We've seen a lot of rehab over here. Full basement. You get into these older homes, and they're gonna have, these basements are just not very usable. It's from 100 years ago. They knew the basements were gonna get wet. They expected it, they anticipated it. So they would usually just go in and put a drain around the perimeter, and there'd be a drain in the middle of the floor, because they said it's gonna get wet, so we need a drain for it. They wouldn't try to keep it dry. So you're almost always gonna have these are wet, which means they're not very usable. And then you have the headspace. So I'm 6 foot tall, and this is, I'm gonna hit my head if I don't duck. So that's probably 5.5 feet tall. The ceilings are probably, I wouldn't say they're more than 7 foot to the bottom of here. It is, I mean, there's tons of space down here for storage, or you could use it, but I wouldn't want to entertain down here. Kids would probably like it if you could finish it out somehow. But this is the piece I wanted to show over here. When you feel the waviness in the floor, the good thing about a basement is you can see it all. A couple things with this one, they've redone some of the electrical here, but there's something going on with the walls here. I don't know if this is proper. Maybe someone on here will tell me, and I'm taking this video for a contractor. I'm gonna ask them about, because they obviously did something here where they put that into, they dug that out, put it into the floor. They took the time to do that. I don't know that it's proper though, is the thing, because they even got a 2x4. You can see that wall's bowing. I don't know if that took any weight off of that so that it's not doing it or not bowing anymore, or if that was intended just to keep the walls from bowing. That's enough pressure there. I don't know if that's enough. If that wall wants to come in, it may still come in. I mean, it's just wood, it's not, and I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a structural engineer. I'm just a realtor. But those are things that I would definitely have someone look at. And those are target things that, you know, don't just look at that and see, oh, that's new, it's fixed. Trust but verify. You got something going on with, I don't know how well you can see it. This is kind of a mess through here. I feel like a good drain man could clean that up. And then again, you've got this strapped here. That's water lines that are at 5 foot. Hopefully those are old, because that is not attached. Yeah, so this wall over here, same thing. They went to the effort of doing that. Like I said, I don't know if that's correct. That's not attached, so that's gonna be an issue, because that's PEX go into nothing. The power's off here. We had some really, really cold time too, so I'm curious if some of this isn't busted frozen pipes. Let's see if the other side has it. Over here, this is another thing to point out. Sorry for snotting in your ears. This wall here, I just walked through a cobweb. This wall here, it's curious. So with everything I've seen in the house, it's just odd that someone would take the time to skim coat this with concrete. That is definitely concrete. Well, why would that be skim coated with concrete? Like I said, it's curious. It makes you think that we're either trying to pretty it up, or obviously makes you wonder if they're hiding something. And like I said, I don't know. There's cracks in it that could have happened from recent. It may have been somebody 30 years ago. But if somebody's buying it, you have to worry about it today. It doesn't matter who did it. It's just a matter of what caused it or what the deal is. Looks like they put in a new furnace. It did not look like central air in here. There's no unit. Doesn't mean it's not out there. I believe that could be for the AC, for the coil, for the condensation. But again, I don't know, because that's going into the ground. I'm not a heating and cooling guy either. I know enough to be dangerous. Newer water heater or new water heater. But it could be a cute house. It could be a good spot. They've got it listed for 120. I think it's 120. It's probably, I'd like it a lot better at 90 or less. Comps, I would say 190 to 210 would be my target if I'm selling it like it is, because you probably got, oh man, I'd budget 50-ish to do some things in here. You might do it for less than that. I don't know. I don't want to tell you the numbers because I'm going to be wrong on it without digging into it. But I would do something with the floor plan a little bit if you can. Put in the AC unit, because there's duct work, so you should be able to do that. There's no garage here, which is not a big deal, because most people that are going to be buying over here are probably going to be younger professionals that maybe have a dog. They don't really care as much about having a garage or even a yard. They care about the yard as much as they can to have a pet somewhere to be able to let their dog or their whatever animal out. I'm gonna lock this as we step outside, and I'm gonna show you the porch, and we'll do a quick walk around out here as well. All right, here's the front porch. And here they're doing work as we speak. Covered front porch, really nice. I love a covered front porch. Great for when it's raining. You'll see here on the front here with the porch, there are a couple spots where it's pulling away. Either that footer there or it's just given out from water over the years. And a similar situation here on this side. You can see that crack there. Don't know how well you can tell in video, but it is leaning and sinking. Brand new house next door. That house has been rehabbed 2 doors down. Brand new house on the other side. It's either a tiny, I wouldn't say it's a tiny home. It almost looks like a container home. I don't know, even that I'm not sure it is. That one needs done. That one needs done. There's some work going on there. Brand new home, brand new home. So you can see a lot of stuff been going on in the neighborhood. Always look around the edges. Look at the foundation. So you can get into some expenses. The gutters and soffit didn't look bad. Again, you can see that pulling away a little bit. There should be some little bit of a slant to that anyways for drainage. I would side the home for another reason here. I'll say on the other side. I'm gonna look it over really close. Up there you can see there's some soffit work he's done because there's some animal, assume a bird. You can see over there in the distance, just there's a new home. And there are $600,000-$700,000 plus homes in the area. But you have to be careful if you're investing over in spaces like this because a block, a street will make all the world's difference. Probably needs a new roof. I don't know what this is. I assume some sort of sewer. I'd hope it's not a cistern or septic, but it's possible as anything. This giant tree, you would have hoped that the neighbor that put up the brand new house would have torn it down. And this is probably a 0 lot line, so it's probably straddling the property lines. And then, like I said, you can see the window units. Right here is that shower and tub. So they just closed that off. Another reason to put up new siding. It's dirty. It would actually make it look a lot better right next to all the brand new homes as well. So that's this one. I'm gonna jump off of here, try and show you some more of these homes that need some rehab and give you my tips on them.